And welcome to this historical Tyrannosaurical of YouTube event. My name's Gabor.
Yeah, that works. Hey, I'm Alex. Welcome along. We're going to check out this pedal today from HangmanFX.
This one.
This one indeed. Please hit like and subscribe first up on the channel. Hit the bell. Let us comment.
All that sort of stuff.
Cool stuff. Be cool.
And this pedal, the Tyrannosaur Mega Driver, was sent to us by HangmanFX, by Paul at HangmanFX. So this is
man.
What you would call a sponsored video. And there's a random HangmanFX video up here that you should watch.
Sure.
So Alex,
G'day.
The Tyrannosaur Mega Driver, an ancient drive that was handed through generations of dinosaurs. No, so it's a multi-gain stage drive. It's a quirky thing. All the pedals are quirky, but in a good way. And this is where the Tyrannosaurus thing comes in. And you can't see it here, but I'll show a close-up of it. So this has got fragments of actual 65 million year old fossilized Tyrannosaurus rex bones from North Dakota, South Dakota, one of the Dakotas. That's in here. Eastern, northern, west Dakota.
Yep.
In the south of that. So they're in here. So it's a gimmick. It doesn't do anything to the sound, but I think it's pretty cool. I like it. All right. This drive, basically, you have... Okay, follow me here, Alex. You've got an input gain stage.
With you so far.
Which is called Growl.
Yep.
You've got Raw.
Yep.
Which is a secondary gain stage.
Yep.
You have Gain.
Yep.
Which is a tertiary, which is another gain stage. You've got Meat, which is a bass boost, or bass boost. Yeah, let's call it bass boost control. And you've got another gain control, which is this gated gain. So you've got a gated boost. And then you also have this secondary Growl control. So this is basically that, but controlled via foot switch. You have two different settings. There's also some internal stuff, which we'll get to later, timestamps for everything below. But let's start off with the gate off, that gain off, everything at 12 o'clock, and see what it sounds like. Should we do that?
Cool. Sure. This is old Yamaha SG500. It's Mr. Glynn pickups, and it's going through Mozztronics Amp Switcher, Cherry Tone OTS MIDI 20.
It's a video for the pickups.
And Tuno's Torpedo Captor X. And it says like this.
And the reverb is from that as well. Cool. So should we just... Everything at 12 o'clock, see what happens. So basically you've got... These all interact. So you've got the gain going into another gain, going into another gain, going into a bass boost. Or I think the bass boost is in front of that. I don't know. One or the other. Let's just see how we go. Spicy chord there.
It's demolished.
So they interact quite well. So, but they sound ever slightly different too. So if you turn that down and that up, it's a slightly different sound to when it's the other way around.
Oh, that's a D major neutral. That chord. That's pretty cool. The meat does a lot, doesn't it?
It does. It puts a lot of weight into the thing. I quite like it up. It
changes the feel, for sure.
Okay.
If it doesn't translate, yeah.
And then that adds another gain stage. So it really, they're very interactive. So depending on where you have each, it changes the sound, the tone, the feel quite a bit. Now you also have this secondary growl function here. So if we have, for example, if we do this sort of sound, let's go for that.
Okay.
Right. So we have the growl fairly low here. Or you can have it the other way around, whichever way. So this is basically that control, a second one of those that you can foot switch in, so you can up the gain, lower the gain, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, lastly, we have this gated boost control. So let's just try that out. So let's have everything. You happy with sort of that sort of sound?
Yeah, great.
All right, well, start playing and I'll bring in the gated boost.
The gate works good.
Yeah, you need more.
Yeah, bit.
Now, if you want more gate, or less gate, there's an internal trim pot. So if we turn this thing over,
Hello, dog.
we've got this, it's this blue thing up here.
Yeah.
Is an internal trim pot. Now, with this internal trim pot, you can less gated and more gated.
Okay.
So you can probably hear it, you'll hear it already when I turn this down without doing anything. That's less gate. This is more gate. So this is gate all the way up now. This is as much gate as you can get. That was no gate.
Ah, that was no gate.
So how much gate would you like? This is sort of where it stops taking the noise away.
Yeah, because I kind of like the gain it adds, but it's a bit unruly without the gate in. Becomes like this. It's a fuzz, almost like a fuzz circuit there.
Yeah. Oh, with that gated thing, and
Thing going on.
Absolutely. The other thing you can do, and we'll get back into the internals in a second. You can have, you can use one of these external switching switches. This is called the switch box. There's a little thing on the side. You can plug that into here.
Yo.
Now, all that does is it turns. You can turn the secondary function on with this. So if this, for example, if you have a pedal board with multi-tier pedal board with something tucked underneath, or with a loop switcher, for example, you can have that on all the time. You can have this sitting next to the loop switcher, and this turns the second gain stage on, or the second switch on. You can also internally via this switch here, you can select which one of those two it switches on.
That's important.
So at the moment, you can kind of see the big LED. At the moment, it turns the red LED on and off. If you flick that the other way, it turns that on and off. Right, so that's a little switch. This turns a red thing on and off. The other way, it turns that on and off. So you can have the red thing on all the time or off. It just picks which one of the two it does, the options. This switch here is a buffer, so you can turn a buffer on and off. It's got a buffer because I guess how it interacts with other pedals because of all the gates and fuzz stuff. Now this, if I take this again, if I turn the, you can hear it probably better, if I turn the gate all the way up. If we really crank the gate, so at the moment, this switch turns a gated boost on and off.
Yep.
This turns a secondary stage here on and off.
Yep.
Right. If you flick this switch, you have you can switch between gain boost and gate. So depending on which way you switch it, this either turns that on. So now it does this. So, hang on. So now if I do this,
Yep.
if you play, now that's it. That's what it does. Right, this thing.
Yeah.
That's what this turns on and off. If I flick it the other way, it now turns a gate on and off.
Oh, sure, the foot switch. Yeah, cool.
So that little switch turns into that.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
Okay.
That's it. So you can decide whether you want the gated boost, something that you can turn on and off with that,
Yeah, cool.
or you want the secondary gain function or boost function.
Yeah, nice.
That's the internals, right? And that again, so with this now you can turn, well, let's say if I flick that way now, I now can use this to turn on my gate, even just to silence it, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Should we now try this? Because I think, to me, this is something that would sound good with low tunings.
Sure.
Should I plug in a guitar such as this guitar,
Brown thing.
which is a brown thing, which is my Partscaster Concierge guitar, and the dog is right there. Partscaster Concierge made body. Gary Partscaster Concierge made this lovely walnut body. It's a Robot Graves neck, aluminium neck, and THRD or third tunable harmonic resonance device tailpiece where you can tune the strings behind the bridge. And you've got two Mr. Glynn's pickups. This is a Drag pickup, and there's a video for it up here. And it's tuned to C standard tuning, and it sounds such like this. Oh, we said it. Hang on. Where's the little screwdriver thingy? Where did I put the little screwdriver? Where did I just put? Oh, here. We have the gate on all the way up, which is maybe a bit much. Let's send the gate down a little bit.
Sounds good.
So currently, I think that turns the gate on and off. That's what it's set to at the moment. So. Oh yeah, you have to have that switch to off for that to work. That sounds good. There's a little bit of gate there. I want more gate.
Yeah, sure.
I need more gate in my life.
Do you?
Yeah. But not all the way up, but just...
Close the gate.
Is that a little bit more? Maybe a little bit more than that. How about that much gate?
Fantastic.
Is it a good amount of gate?
I thought so, yeah.
that's a good amount of gain. Banjo. No, it doesn't work as a banjo. That doesn't do anything at the moment. That's like a secondary thing that we...
So how can we get that to go to the inputting in?
Got to switch the thing on the inside.
Okay. Which
so if you want that, that's that one.
Okay.
So now that becomes the secondary thing, and that gate is on here again. I like it.
Yeah, what a thing.
I mean, it can be quite tame. It can be just an overdrive-y sort of sound. It can be...
Vegetarian?
See what I have to deal with? It can be everything.
Well, Tyrannosaurus is a very much meat eater.
Well, that's why there's a meat control.
Exactly, so it can go vegetarian to dinosaur.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you for your input. Just ignore that side of the room. It does anything from low gainish to high, to kind of vintagey sounds to high gain, and kind of everything in between. I like it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
Other than the vegetarian dinosaurs, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's probably like a really cool stacking thing.
Well, if you want to see a video where we stack any of these pedals with any other pedals, let us know in the comments
Because
below.
each gain stage kind of has its flavour, so you can probably really, if you're in that world, you really tweak how much saturation, colour goes into the next gain stage of what's on your board, or into an amp or whatever. Or you can just turn it up and jump around, play some rock and roll. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dinosaur teeth, if they're pretty cool. Or bones.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I liked it. It's a gimmick, but I'd like the idea of it. I think it's cool, and to me, it just shows someone who kind of gives a crap about, has an idea, and I like what Paul does. I like his thoughts on it.
Sure.
The manual looks really cool too.
Yeah.
It looks cool. It's well written. The manual.
Do you have the manual there?
There's a manual for the.
Even the graphics in that is well laid out. And
There's some
interesting.
sample sounds which you should have probably used, and it tells you the story of the Tyrannosaurus Rex bones and stuff, the fossils that are in there. It gives you all the details of all the external stuff, all the internal stuff. So manual's good. The packaging is good. Watch the unboxing video if you want to see more of the packaging. I like having these. I think having these little external switches is not a bad thing.
Yep, for sure.
And like I said, I wonder if you have maybe a small 3.5 mil, like one of those, like headphone jack size controls, to a TRS, a bigger size TRS.
Yep.
I wonder if you use a loop switcher. If you could control it via that.
Can't see why not.
Can't see why not.
Yeah.
So you have options with a loop switcher as well, where maybe you can do it, or if not, just sit that next to your loop switcher. But I like it. The brass plate down the bottom here as well looks good. They look good. They have lots of options, but it's not hard to use. It's easy to get your head around it and what it does and how to use it. And unique is sort of, I think, the best way to describe it, in my opinion.
It's probably the best drive I've had ever played with dinosaur bones in it. It's
with dinosaur bones in it, yeah, absolutely. The only other, there's the T-Rex brand.
Yeah, true.
That they don't have it in it, but yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think? Leave us a comment. And thanks again to Paul sending us some pedals to play
Yeah,
with.
thank you so much.
Very fun. And socials below, podcast below.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a playlist here for all the HangmanFX stuff, and you should watch it.
Thanks very much. See you soon. Catch ya.